So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. Uh, for example, the beginning of mining, once you make the game, how to mine, what to mine, where to mine, why to mine, what to do with what you mined, how to spend that TLM or wax or NFTs, and how to invest and plan for the future of the game and how to invest in it. So, without further ado, the video is going to be about 25 or 30 minutes long. You know how I know that? Because I just recorded it, but the mic was muted again, right? But hey, I guess the first one's for practice and the second one is the good one. That's why my parents had a second child after me. Also, I smoked the fat one in my anger, so I'm pretty high, but I'm usually pretty high anyway, so that doesn't really matter. It's not going to change a lot. So let's get right into it, right? Alien Worlds. You make an account. If you don't know how to make an account, make a Vax account and then an Alien Worlds account. You should probably check one of my other videos or someone else's videos who explains it more clearly. I'm going to be starting for once you already have an account. So you're in. The first things that you're going to get once you make an account is your profile and a shitty shovel, right? So you can go two ways with this. One, you just want to play for free and make money. Two, you have some money to start off with and invest in some tools. You can buy some power saw, you can buy some standard drills, and that's all you need if you want to invest for starters. But let's assume you don't want to invest and you're starting from the beginning. So you get your profile, which you need to play the game, and you're getting it for free, and then the shovel, which you're also getting it for free. And then you're going to go and mine. But where do you mine and what do you mine? So if you look at the tools, you'll have some values, right? You'll have the mining power, which is up here in the left, and the NFT luck, which is down here on the right. And this works with the land the same way. It has the mining power and the NFT luck. So whatever mining power you have is going to be multiplied by the mining power here. So 2 times 1.3. And the same way with NFTs. The bigger the NFT luck, the better chance of you getting an NFT. And here as well, the bigger the number, the better chance of having an NFT. Or at least that's what the basic idea is and what they say. But when you look at some of the stats of the tools and lands and all that shit that Alien Worlds released, it will show that the standard drill actually has a higher luck on getting NFTs than the power saw, which has 2. So I'm not sure how that works, but basically, if you get a standard drill, you're pretty good, and you can easily get standard drills while mining because they are abundant. So if you look at the power saw, there's only 16,000 of them, right? And if you look at the standard drill, there is a question mark amount of them. So there's already 171,000 of them that people mined up, and it's easy to get while mining. So if you have your shovel and your land. Now, when you have the shovel, your charge multiplier is how long you're going to have to wait after you mined, and the charge multiplier on the land is how much times that is multiplied. So I have 120 seconds, which is multiplied by 50 seconds, right, which is 60 seconds. So it's going to be 200, which is like 3 minutes and something. So if I click mine, it's going to load the screen. It's going to do the mining and whatever they're doing in the background, probably something not Christian. And then you collect it, you claim it, you select some crosswalks to trick this thing that you're not a robot, but you are if you're doing this the whole day and you just keep clicking like a robot. But that's a different video. This is going to fetch the mine delay. So 3 minutes, right? But if you have the shovel, it's a lower delay. So what you want to be doing is mining on a higher multiplier land and a higher TLM multiplier, because for now you're going to be looking to mine TLM. So how do you do that? You'll have 6 planets. It doesn't really matter which planet you go on because they all have the same things, which is different types of land. So if you look at the land that is right next to the water, it's what I was on, which is the sandy coastline. So all of them that are next to the water and they have this color are sandy coastlines. If you go inside with the same color, then it's going to be desert, right? And they all have the same values. So all the sandy deserts have 1 and 1.1 and a 1.2 multiplier. And the rarity of the land, like if it's epic or rare or legendary, it doesn't matter currently, so don't worry about that. But again, if you go into the green ones, you'll have a grass coastline. All the grass coastlines have the same value. If you go into a lighter green one, you'll have the plains and in the mountains and so on. So you want to be looking for something with a high TLM multiplier because you want to be mining as much as possible so then you can sell it and buy some tools. And you can just go to the first planet and click to choose, and on the first planet you'll see this big thing that's standing out, right? And that's a volcano. So if you go up into the mountains, you'll have mountains for the most part, and someone there's going to be a volcanoes, which is dormant volcano, and there's also an active volcano, which is a 5x multiplier. But the dormant volcano is pretty good as well, since it has a 2.1 TLM multiplier and a 2.5 charger. You're going to have to wait like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes, somewhere around there, and you're going to be mining a good amount of TLM. Now, once you have some TLM, if in the meantime you mine some NFTs that you can sell, or if you mine some tools that you can use, then great. If you mine the standard drill, which is abundant, so you should be mining it at some point, then you're pretty much on a good track. Because once you have a standard drill or a tool, you can wait. No, oops. How do I go back to my planet? You can so if you have a standard drill, you can just equip the standard drill, and I'm going to show how to equip only one item or 3 of the same items, since you can't do it from this interface. So if you want to mine for NFTs, the standard drill is the best one, since it has the biggest NFT luck for some reason, and it's abundant. And then you pick a sandy coastline, which has a pretty good NFT compared to the charge timer. So you're going to be getting more NFTs per charge timer than in any other land. So this is the best one to mine on if you're mining for NFTs with the standard drill. Now, how to equip only the standard drill, I'm going to show you now. You go to vax.atomichub.io. You log in here with your Vax account as well. You go to your inventory. You select the tool that you want to put, right? So the standard drill. You take this code, you copy it, and then you go to vax.blocks.io to your account. You log in there as well. I mean, actually not to your account, because you're going to go to m.federation, because that is the account of the alien worlds. Or probably. You go to contracts, you go to actions, you go to set bag. Here you're going to be entering your account name, Vax wallet account name, which is this one. And you can find it here as well, and your Vax account wallet name. And then down here, you're going to do these square opening thingies. I don't know what they're called. Parentheses, not this one, but the square one. You add a quotation mark, you add the number, and quotation mark closed. So this is it if you want to use only the one item. You submit transaction, it's going to appear to approve it, you approve it, and then it's going to set it up. You reload the game, you sign in, and once it's logged in, you have the only one tool. If you want to put more tools, again, you go back, you put the first code in, you select the second tool you want to use. So let's see, another standard drill. I take this code as well. I go back to here. After the quotation mark is closed, I put a comma, open quotes again, code, quotes, comma, quotes. Another item if you want to have 3 of the same, or even if you don't want to have the same, because you still have to put the 3 items. So if these 2 items that I just put in are the same, and I want to have a third item as well, although it's not the same, I would still have to go back and get the code. Right, so I have 2 standard drills, and I want a power saw as well. So I still have to take the code and put it in with quotation mark, quote, close quotes, and wait, did I put tools, and then I'm going to take the count. You go to the blocks, you put it in here, submit the transaction, you log in with the cloud wallet, you approve the transaction, and you get some motorcycles. Approve. Oh, oh, wait, I still have cooldown. All right. So while you have cooldown, you can do it only after the cooldown. So I'll try after that in a minute. But basically, yeah. And then you can mine only to get, to get more NFTs or TLM. This is a pretty good one since you can get a lot of NFTs and you get some TLM on the side. Now, what you do with the TLM, again, to exchange it, you go to vax.alcor.exchange, you go to swap, you log into your account, and your TLM amount will appear here, and it says how much VAX you're going to get. Then you swap TLM to VAX. Once you have that, you go back to your Atomic Hub, you go to the market, you go here, and if you still need tools, then you go to tools. But what I'm doing now, if you want to invest in the game and in the future of the game and so on, if you want to make some money, probably, maybe, what I'm doing is I'm buying weapons and fighters and crew, right? Because currently you can only mine in the game, right? So the tools are useful because they're used for mining, and you can mine actual something of value because you can sell that coin. So it has good value, and that's why they're selling for so much money, and that's why the prices went so high when it came out. But the weapons and the crew are useless because there's no Thunderdome. But the Thunderdome is set to open, and once those become useful as well, I'm assuming the prices are also going to go up. So if you look at my inventory, I have 70 NFTs, and I just bought a bunch of weapons with TLM that I made, and also some more money that I invested in it. Since when I started the game, I invested an initial $100 to buy the power saw and the extractor, and then I mined some tools along the way, and then I invested another $250 to buy a bunch of weapons and crew, because I'm assuming once the Thunderdome opens, it's gonna go way higher. So currently the account value is $362, which is pretty accurate, I guess. It went up to 600 when the whole craze was going on with Binance, and I'm curious to see what's going to be in the future. So that's the basic plan. Let's recap, right? You start, you mine at the biggest multiplier for TLM to get a bunch of TLM. In the meantime, if you get some tools, then great, you're a step ahead. If not, you exchange your TLM for VAX, you go on the marketplace and you buy some tools. Once you have tools and you can mine for NFTs or TLM. And while you're mining for NFTs and also making TLM, you can exchange this TLM, and you could buy weapons in case the Thunderdome, opens and the prices skyrocket, or you can do whatever you want with it. You can buy more tools, you can exchange it for VAX and send it off in exchange, and exchange it for Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. And and I'm gonna mine one more time to show you how to check if you got an NFT after you mined as well. And then I'll talk about what I think of the future of Alien Worlds and why I am bullish on it. All right. So after you mine and you prove that you're not a robot, it's gonna claim the TLM, fetch the mine delay, and then you go to the vax.blocks.io and your account this time. And then once you refresh, the transactions are going to appear here. So after you mine, you'll get 2 of these. But if you got an NFT, you get 3, and it says mint, some Atomic Hub Association, mint, log mint, whatever. It says something different. And it's 3 of them. So that's how you know you got an NFT, and then you can just go here, Atomic Hub, in your inventory, refresh, and it was going to be the last one that appears. Right? So that's basically the whole thing. That's basically my plan as well, to just keep mining TLM, sell it for VAX, and then buy some weapons for when the Thunderdome opens. This is where you exchange it. And now let's look at the game, Alien Worlds, right? So, first of all, it's pretty much still new, obviously, because it's still like a sort of buggy-ass beta, because there's still a shit ton of bugs and a shit ton more to fix, but it's number 1 in general, number 1 in games, and number 1 in VAX already. And this number, I'm assuming, will only go higher, and more people will start playing it because, again, It's free to play. You play to earn, so you can make actually money while playing for free. You can get NFTs and valuable things as well. You can naturally grow and so on. So a lot of people are going to be playing. And the more people play, the more the tools are going to be worth because, like I said, there's a fine amount of some of the tools. So the abundant, everyone's going to have those. The power saw, for example, it's max 16K. So only 16,000 people can get the power saw, right? And if they want it, they're going to have to pay a price for it. And so on with the weapons and with the warriors and the crew and so on. So the more people come, and the more people are going to come once we look at the roadmap as well, the higher the value, and that's what I'm betting on. Because if you look at the roadmap as well on their site, this is what they completed so far. And near term, they're going to have some events on Nebula, which is, it's all right. But then the Thunderdome opens, right? You have interact. So here already you have a whole different thing you can do in the game. Instead of just mining, you can go into battles as well. You can fight for the planet, the land. You will probably be getting TLM and NFTs as well. So again, big boost to the economy. You'll have interactive storyline events, which is also a huge addition to the game to make it so much better. Artifacts for the battles and a bunch of shit. The Binance missions, because again, you'll have a bunch of other companies and brands and NFTs making deals with them. So it's going to be a lot of interaction between a lot of users, cross promotion, and the pure fact that the coin is listed on Binance is already great because it's one of the biggest exchanges with the highest volumes. But they also have a planet on Alien Worlds, right? Binance is going to have a planet on Alien Worlds. One of the biggest exchanges is fucking with the game. That's pretty good. I'm pretty bullish with that on the game. And once they release all the other things as well, and the heroes and minion packs and avatars are actually going to finally do something, world quests, metaverse, and blah blah blah. Services on land. I don't know what the hell that is, but hey, it adds more diversity and more things to do, which make the game better. So I'm very bullish on the game. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna keep making the TLM, and I'm gonna keep investing in weapons until the Thunderdome opens, and see where that gets me to. So if you want to see more, updates on the game, on my progress, on more tutorials, on more shit that I find out, and to see where all this goes, subscribe. And if you don't want to because I'm potty mouth, well, I understand. It's yeah. I guess I'll see you in the next video. I'll just check now if I got an NFT right as I end the video, because that would be a great ending, right? Right, game? Are you listening? Alien Worlds? If I would get an NFT now, that would be amazing, right? Right? It's too good to be true. That's why maybe it'd be like, nope, no, okay. I didn't get shit.